snaking their way through the tall, golden grasses of the vast marsh prairies to our north, or the less traveled waterways that urge an ambitious angler onto points unknown. These are the underwater paths of large numbers of fish as they follow the tidal ebb and flow. Can I find a way into their secret world and have angling success? Join me, anglers, as I mark my course of exploration into the marsh.
The Average Angler.
On a bright afternoon in April, I hitched a ride with old friend Captain Randy Cribbs along the Chassahowitzka River. He's offering a package deal of fishing and staying right in the marshlands. This felt like a good start to learning how to fish this unique terrain more effectively. By staying the night out here, I had 2 full days of prime fishing.
Is that the house?
That's it. That's John's Island.
I was almost expecting it to be halfway in the water, tilted halfway in the water.
Well, the house?
Yeah.
No,
That's where you were going to put me for the night.
Now we're on stilts.
Is this the last house?
Last house out.
Last house out.
Location, location, location.
That's a good title. Last
Yeah.
house out.
Yep. It's the last inhabited island in Chassahowitzka right there.
This was the first foray into new adventures of previously unfished areas for me, and to try and get more adept at fishing old familiar ones, like here.
Randy, are you sure you're leasing this place?
Yeah, I've had it since November.
Well, you got a porch up here, and look at that view.
Yeah. Sunset unsurpassed. I mean, it's pretty as a picture. Come on in, Glenn. I'm going to show you the house.
I love porches, and you can't get better than this. Is this our drinking water right here?
No, this is a kerosene tank for the heater.
Yeah.
We have kerosene.
It's April,
Heating.
and it's nice and cool out here.
Well,
you
the
know?
water temperature's still 75, so that we got your west breeze. Yeah, you got a super nice, cool breeze.
All right, are you cooking for the people that
Yeah.
are renting
Well,
the place?
the thing is to cook your own catch.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I always bring fish in case
Yeah, it's a
worst
bad
case
day,
scenario, whatever. But normally, just like anything, we like to cook your own catch. It's fresh. It don't get any better when it's cooked right. And I clean it on the kitchen table and bring it in here, throw it in the frying pan, cook it any way you want.
It's almost like an old rustic bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for me for the day. Oh, we're going fishing. I forgot.
Yeah. Now we got here on time. We probably could have got an hour.
Me on time?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Remember, Randy, when you say a time, you got to make it an hour. You know,
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I forgot
Okay,
to
here's
do
the
that.
bathroom.
Custom shower, got hot water.
Now look, I don't know if I want a battery hooked up to my toilet.
That's our solar power battery. Yeah, that's our.
You're gonna get a hot seat.
No, that battery actually is the water pump. And then we got out here, we got the deck out back where we do our grilling. We got a gas grill.
You got some chairs to put out,
Chairs put
out
out
here.
here. We sit out here.
Wow, look at that, the marsh. Man. Is that the
scenery?
Is that the outhouse?
This is your sunrise.
the outhouse?
No.
The
Well, I
sunrise.
tell you what, the outhouse, you open that door, you look out there, that's the best scenery in any outhouse you've ever been in.
I may go to the outhouse just for that.
Yeah, I think you need to. I mean, you'll be impressed.
You mean while you're sitting there,
view.
you can look at the view?
Yeah,
I guess it don't get better.
Now, where are
than
you going
that.
to find an outhouse with a view like that? I mean, look at the hardwoods. That is beautiful. That's pretty as a picture now.
You
ain't it?
ain't kidding.
After a brief introduction with island owners Mike and Lisa Whitted, we headed out to fish.
All right, if you're coming out to the Chassahowitzka, is this year turning out to be a good year, 2012?
I do believe, yeah, the redfish are here early in numbers. The water temperature, it didn't get that cold, which is great. And I see all the baits here. We got schools of ballyhoo up here. A big ballyhoo too.
Now ballyhoo's a good
Yeah.
is a good sign of big predators around. I
Right.
always look for ballyhoo when I'm after big trout. If you're coming out here, are you trying to hit the out islands, or are you trying to go back in? Yeah, I've never seen you
I've
go back
always,
in. It's always
I
been
like
on the
my
outside.
outside points.
Yeah.
You know, I think our bigger fish are there, and they're easier to fish, and they're really clean, and really clean water.
Yeah.
When I go in the back country, it's because I'm trying to get away from the wind.
Randy's preferred tide is high, which stacks up the mullet around these outer islands. Mixed in with these large schools are the pods of reds and sizable trout. Randy puts in an extra effort when it comes to bait, which he hauls all the way from the Skyway to here. Though sometimes an artificial presentation gets the nod over the whitebait.
And we've switched to spoons. He likes to use 30-pound leader because of all these rocks, so I've switched over to that. We're gonna try and throw spoons in and see if we can get a hookup on those reds. Oh, there we go. Fish on. Good one. Good one. Ooh, I see him right there in front of us. I see his blue tail. Man, is it shining in this.
Well, there he is, right here. I felt him bumping a couple times.
Look at that, folks. What a pretty sight. Look how blue his tail is.
Yeah.
That wasn't the big one that I saw. Pretty red though. Real
There's a
pink,
pair, yeah.
you know? Real pink.
Pretty.
Look at the blue tail. Is yours blue too? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is about the prettiest picture, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Not that big, but.
All right.
Go ahead and cut it off.
There he goes.
Get that line off. That thing hit it like a racehorse.
Uh-oh.
That's a big trout.
Big trout?
Yeah, lots of trout. Get that thing wide open.
Well, finally.
Finally. You don't even want to come in.
See the bobber. I'm gonna grab it the old-fashioned way. Good trout. Look at that. Look at that. Nice trout. I'll wet my hands. Fat trout. Boy, he slammed it, didn't he?
Look at him. That's a pretty fish.
Yeah, look at
He's probably what?
look at
19,
the
20?
top of him. I've never
Yeah.
noticed a pattern like that. You see
That's
that,
your
folks?
camouflage. See, he blends into that
See that?
bottom.
Yeah.
See, now,
I normally don't see them like that.
Now look at the bottom there.
Yeah.
See how that's.
He's looking like the bottom. Look at that,
Yeah.
folks. You can really tell. I don't see that
Yeah.
around where I'm at. That's cool. There you go.
Chassahowitzka National Wildlife Refuge, established in 1941, is comprised of over 31,000 acres of saltwater bays, estuaries, and brackish marshes at the mouth of the Chassahowitzka River. The refuge was established primarily to protect waterfowl habitat and is home to over 250 species of birds, including the reintroduced eastern population of whooping crane.
Oh, look at that! Look at that thing.
What? You know
Could
what?
be a snook. It's a snook.
You think it's a snook?
Yep, I think it is. He's busting top water like that. Lighten up on him. There's a lot of kelp in here. That's the only problem.
Yeah. A lot of kelp in this water.
What is that?
Well,
Is that a big red? Is it a big red?
maybe it's a red.
Didn't look like a snook just then. That's what I was saying. I think it is red.
I think it's a red, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's a good red finally.
Yeah, it's not a schoolie. It ain't that big, not as big as I thought it was. Man.
You got a lot of kelp with it.
Yeah,
He's a lot redder, you know?
Yeah, the guy. It's a river fish, see? Look how dark he is.
Bigger,
Yeah.
bigger fish.
This is kind of like they were hitting last week. You know, this side with a spoon, which is a good fighting fish.
Yeah.
On a lure. You know, Just like this light fish.
Boy, he hit way down in that point right there.
He did. He's got 3 on that side.
No blue on the
Horsepower.
tail
Nope,
on this
yeah,
one.
Very little. Yeah.
That's a typical red color.
Bottom blue on the bottom blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're darker in the, up closer as they come. You know,
Yeah.
they can change their color due to habitat.
Well, Randy, it was tough today, but I think tomorrow will be a better day. What's the plan in the morning? And don't tell me sleep in.
No, I don't never sleep in. Now we're gonna go after trout. Trout is it doesn't matter which way the tide is as long as it's moving water. So we can save this white bait. We can get on, try to do some trout fishing, do a little bit of jigging, and we'll wait for tomorrow.
The Jazz Refuge offers miles of fishable terrain, but when the tide is out, the best bite is going to be on the extreme outer islands and flats. But that was tomorrow's plan. Tonight, Mike and Lisa had invited us to dinner, Marsh style. Mike had a great Thai recipe with steamed sea trout utilizing green scallions cooked with hot oil right over the fish. Of course, there was the old-fashioned fried fish and side of corn staples, too. You notice that me and you, our plates are empty, but look over there, Randy's already got
Yes.
Randy, pow, 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 pow. While we were getting ready for the interview, he's already ready to go.
Nice, sir.
Well, before the food gets cold, I wanted to ask you a little bit about the island itself. You own the island,
Well, my family owns the island.
and how far back does it go?
Well, as far as I know, my grandfather on my mother's side bought it back in the late 40s.
And how did it get its name?
That I have no clue. I have no clue who John is.
Yeah.
It's been John's Island, as far as I know, forever.
I wonder if I researched it in Chassahowitzka.
I have done that, and I have never
Nothing.
found it was
Found
John's Island back at the turn of the century.
Well, this picture that you were showing me here, these people they're having a good time. I don't know if the kids should be holding up a bottle like that, but obviously they're on this island to party. How do you know that this is on this picture's from this island?
Well, actually, we got that from somebody that did a lot of research in terms of the area itself, and she was pretty convinced that it was on this island. In fact, if you look carefully enough, there's some features on there that make me convinced that it was on the island.
Circa 1910.
Well, I think it's probably a little
1920?
later than that. I think it was during the Prohibition, is what we're guessing. And you know, back then there was actually a gin mill down in what they call Whiskey Creek, which is a true creek today. And we think there might have been bootlegging.
I think perhaps this was after Prohibition when they're all celebrating.
Yeah, well, that's a possibility.
You don't see Randy in the morning coming down with one of these bottles, no? The other picture is a little bit more sobering, no pun intended. And this was the no-name storm. There were 3 cabins on this island, John's Island.
Correct.
After that, there were no cabins after the no-name storm.
Correct.
2 guys weathered out the storm by climbing trees here. I don't know how they survived that. That's like a tsunami.
It's true. 2 guys were out fishing that night, didn't have a clue there was a storm coming, and they ended up surviving this storm by climbing a tree.
And you also found a toilet up on the rock there, and
Yeah,
your
that
sister
was,
went
yeah.
fishing.
Yeah.
That's her fishing seat.
That's just a little bit tells you exactly the strength of that storm. It shows you what was once inside a cabin ended up being on top of a rock.
Well, the toilet survived.
And the toilet survived. Well,
That says something, doesn't it?
Boy, Glenn, that was a good fish dinner Mike cooked for us, wasn't it?
It sure was. I like this lantern to get across the yard because it's so dark out there. It feels rustic.
Yeah.
You know what? I wanted to ask you about something that that I kind of collected these earlier today when we came back, and it looks like pottery to me.
Yeah,
Let-
pottery.
All right, let me ask you something, Randy. This place isn't built on an Indian burial ground. I'm not going to be haunted tonight. Not that I'm scared, but I'm worried about Jake.
Not that we know of. We just know this place was inhabited by Indians for thousands of years. It's loaded with pottery,
Yeah.
arrowheads. We find all kind of stuff here. We just, what we do find, we keep here and for people to see.
Yeah, because you can't take them off the island. I mean, this is.
Well, we don't want people to take them off the island. They're here for, for people to see and, see what the Indians left behind.
Let me rephrase that. I think it's against the law to take it off the island. So it has to stay here, and it rightfully so, right?
Right, exactly.
But if you do happen to come across an amulet or something with gold content, let me know, all right?
I mean, if you want to take a piece home, you know, just the history of John Zaw and I would.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Just go to bed. You're going to get me arrested.
I've used a variety of baits and lures in my marsh adventures, from white bait that Randy brought all the way from the Skyway to my tried and true Exude darts. But for consistent fish catching success and covering the most terrain, a gold spoon is my #1 choice. The flash plus durability is the best, and the simplest, cheapest of spoons works fine.
Man, are you still in that outhouse? What's taking you so long? We gotta go.
Just give me a minute. I'm enjoying the view. I'll be there in a minute.
We're gonna miss the bite.
All right.
Go.
Leave me alone. Randy, got a little bit of hot sauce, huh?
Yeah, a little bit of flavor. Never heard anything.
Can you handle it?
Yeah, I'll try that. I normally don't put hot sauce on my eggs, but I think I'm more of a ketchup man. But if I did it at all, but
Come on.
I love hot sauce.
Well, we got fruit, we got sausage, we got eggs.
Good healthy breakfast.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
breakfast in John's Island.
Now we've got to get more fish today. You got to step up.
Well,
That was a joke. Because
we gotta get the fish to participate too.
I got to do better. I only got 2 fish yesterday.
Yeah. Well, and today could be a totally different. You know, they turn on or turn off. So you know, I feel there's a major feed like every 2 or 3 days. It's not every day. So I mean, in some days they just really feed hard. And the very next day you can do the same scenario and it'll be half because they fed so hard the day before. So, you know, if you fish 2 or 3 days in a row, you can see that. If you only fish one day
you
you
won't
hit
know
it
that.
just right, the next day, and you could have been the next day and it'd be totally different. So,
I'll let you do all the talking so I can just continue eating.
okay. Woo! Good one.
Is it?
We're here, be going to the house. We was eating fish today.
Staying down. Maybe it's a flounder. Yep, I knew it. Look at that, Rand. That feeling.
Little one,
It's a little one, yeah. Is that an eating fish?
yeah. That's an eater.
What? I thought you were gonna eat it. There's a fish. It's a good fish.
Got one. I got it. Good.
It's a trout.
Hey, there. I got one too. Oh, man, I just lost mine.
You don't have one now. Oop. I just got popped. How?
Man.
Another fat one, right? Yep.
Got one running at me right here. Wow, here. Another one. Oh, this is bigger than yours.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Look at that. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mine's fatter. Not a bad size trout.
Much more proficient anglers moved into our territory, so it was time to move on to hopefully a great redfish bite. Stay hooked to Average Angler, folks. We begin this week's email bucket with a 24-inch red caught by Justin Little on a shrimp under a popping cork in good old Ozello. Next is a 27-inch gag grouper caught trolling the Skyway by Jason Preedy using a sardine-colored bomber. We finish out with a couple of nice reds. The first is a 28 bruiser caught by Parker Messick and landed by good friend Briar Christian. And last but not least is TJ Messick with a 30-incher the boys let him catch to finish off a 30-fish day.
There we go. There we go.
That's a red. Right. Yeah, that's a little better. What Randy, look what Randy's doing back there.
Need some help there?
No, I'm good. Yeah, that's a better fish than the first one.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you doing over here?
Huh?
What happened? What are you doing? You're coming off your spoon, and I'll bet you.
I'm tired of cranking so fast. Then that's 2 on a jig.
That's 2 on a jig, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a better fish.
Yeah.
All right. That's 2 reds to none for Randy today. Bragging about my fishing numbers usually costs me in the end, and today was a prime example. Randy had a flurry of catches, soon leaving me behind in the dust of defeat.
He swallowed that thing. He took that spoon in.
He swallowed it, yeah, he sure did. Biggest red of the day, Rand. Though I did fall behind on numbers, I at least had the oddest catch of the day, a mullet on a jig.
Well, that's the first one of them we caught today, sir.
Looks like I have plenty of things yet to learn in the marsh.